Welcome to Backyard Lessons. My name is Mickey Claxton and welcome to my backyard. I'm a former Nike Tour player in the early 90s, which is now the Nationwide Tour. Played the Hooters Tour, and earlier in 2000 I played the Gateway Tour, which is located out in Phoenix, Arizona. Today we're going to be discussing the short game for the higher handicappers and just anyone that generally wants to improve their game. And I do realize that, not everyone has a putting green in their backyard, but I have a wonderful wife who allowed me to purchase this before we purchased a pool, which is a pretty good sales job if you live in my house. So today we're just going to focus on the higher handicapper. We're going to go over some shots. We're going to chip around the green and just show you that you can use more than just one club. And I understand everybody wants to hit the high flop shot. The ball comes down like a butterfly with sore feet. But today I just want to show you that the faster you get the ball on the green, the better off you'll be. And you can do that from different spots by using the different clubs in your bag. That's why they let you have 14 clubs. What we have to do is use the 15th club to pick out the right shot. So what we'll do is go over here, practice a few shots, and we'll try to improve your game. Then later on we'll do a web tip, and I can show you that you too can practice in your backyard every afternoon. You don't have to load the kids or go to the golf course. You can be right at home and your wife doesn't get mad at you when you go to leave. Kids are right there, you'll be able to practice. For the average golfer, when you do get that one day that you can go to the golf course, 90% of us, me included, want to go straight to the driving range and hit the drive or hit the irons, and we just don't pay enough attention to the short game. Of course, you'll leave the driving range and go straight over the putting green, take a few chips, hit a couple putts, and then it's time to tee off. But then you spend the next 60% of your time on the golf course chipping and putting, and of course we get so mad because we're missing putts and we can't get the ball up on the green. I just want to get you to try to reverse your practice time and schedule. When you go to the golf course, try one time practicing for 45 minutes chipping and putting, then go and hitting say 10 or 15 balls off the driving range and go to the driving range and then go to the tee. Today I just want to give you a little bit of knowledge to improve your short game. You can take 2 or 3 different balls and set them in the same position, and say you've got a shot like this that say you've got about 30 to 40 feet of green to work with. You can use different clubs to hit the same shots and land the ball in the same spot and get the same result. Here we are, I'm at the putting green, and like I said, I understand everybody doesn't have a putting green, but when you do get to go to the golf course, you can utilize your time to get better. You will get better if you practice your short game more than you practice your long game. Every one of us can hit the ball somewhere down the fairway, somewhere around the green. If we're on a par 4, it takes us 2 to get there, but if it takes us 4 to get it in the hole, that's a 6. Of course, then we're shooting 85 or 90. So what I want to do is just give you a few tips on how you can improve your game just by choosing the right club. Right here, say you're just off the fringe and you come up and you want to hit that sand wedge. Well, if you hit a sand wedge, you're going to have to carry the ball at least 20 feet on the green and let it roll. So if you hit it a little fat or if you scull it, you just have to hit a perfect shot. But if you take a 9-iron from this same position and land the ball, say 10 to 12 feet on the green and let it roll, the quicker you can get the ball on the green, the better off you'll be at getting the ball close. So just take you a 9-iron and just pick you out a spot and just chip it and let it release, because once the ball gets on the green and rolls, you've got a better chance at making that. Now say if we move back 10 or 15 feet, we still want to land the ball in the same place, but the 9-iron's not the right shot from here. If I try to hit 9-iron here, I'm hitting it too hard, I'm probably going to hit it long, or I'm not going to get it to the green because I feel like I'm going to hit it too long. So from here I would suggest taking a pitching wedge or a gap wedge. Everybody's gotten into the 4 or 5 wedges in their bag, but anyway, so we're going to get a pitching wedge here, and we're going to hit the same shot, and we're going to try to land it in that same position and try to let it release. And so all you want to do is it's the same stroke, and just let the ball release out. If we move back further, we would probably go to the sand wedge. And I know most of you've got that one club. We've all played with that one person. They'll hit the putter from 50 yards off the green if they ain't got to go over a lake or through the rough. and the putter is a great tool to use if you don't have rough. I highly recommend it, because as a higher handicapper, you will advance the ball forward with the putter. You will get it on the green. But once you get better, you're going to have to learn how to hit the rest of the clubs in the bag. That's why you have 14. But you can use at least 4 to 5 of those clubs around the greens for different shots. You don't have to use the 60-degree wedge. And the 60-degree wedge is a great tool, but it's just so hard to hit. And for us here at Backyard Lessons, we only have a certain amount of time to practice. We just can't come out and practice the high flop shot every day. So I'm just trying to give you enough information to where you can take the right club from the right spot and make your game a whole lot easier and a lot less stressful. Because if you're like me with 3 kids, life can be very stressful. So when you get to the golf course, you just want to have fun, play, and enjoy it. So just take a few of these tips that I'm telling you, apply them, and next time you go to the golf course, just practice a little more on the putting and chipping green, then go to the driving range instead of doing it the opposite. If I can just get you to do one thing, is just work on your short game a little bit more. Welcome to Backyard Lessons, and as you can see, we're right in the middle of my backyard. What I want you just to understand is you can improve your game just by taking a few minutes out of your day. And most of us around the house, we have buckets. The kids have sand buckets that we've had at the beach. Grab a bucket and just set it out about 20 or 30 feet from you, and you can take any club, your sand wedge, pitching wedge, but learn where that club is going to hit for that particular swing. So when you do get to the golf course, you're able to, chip and have that ball land where you want it to. What I want to show you is I've got about 10 or 15 balls, and I've got a little bucket here that you can pick up at Home Depot, Lowe's, anywhere, or any store. But just, try to get a feel for where that ball is going to land. And I'll hit a few for you, but you just want to come up here and just try to, ring the bucket. And there it is. If you just practice your short game 2 or 3 times a week in the afternoons, it's just like trying to improve your cardio. If you run 3 times a week for 20 minutes a day, supposedly you'll stay away from that heart attack that, our spouses and kids can give us early in life. But if you'll come out here and practice, your golf game won't be near as stressful when you get to the golf course. So that's our web tip of the week, and I hope you enjoyed being in my backyard.